In 200 meters, turn left onto Major Mackenzie Dr. East. Now turn left onto Major Mackenzie Dr. East.
is the most for an album in history. Coming up in 60 seconds, Craig Gear has his eyes on the road, and we've got your extended forecast.
680 News Time, 12:20.
Changes being made to your job. 3 key facts you must know with Lior Samfiru from employmentlawyer.ca.
Number 1, it is illegal for your employer to make significant changes to your pay, job duties, hours of work, even a temporary layoff. Fact number 2, if you don't protest the change in writing, you will be seen to have accepted it. Finally, when your employer makes these changes, they're essentially terminating your employment and you're owed your full severance, as much as 24 months' pay. I can help you get the severance package you're owed. My team has helped tens of thousands of employees pursue their constructive dismissal cases when changes were made to their job. Before you accept any change or put in protest, contact me and discover why my employment law firm is the most positively reviewed firm in Canada.
Contact employment lawyer Lior Samfiru today.
Saturday, the Leafs continue to prep for the Bruins tomorrow.
After leaving early Saturday night with that illness he's been managing, Austin Matthews also missed practice this morning, so the line's shuffling a bit. Bertuzzi, Domi, and Marner making up the top one in practice. Tavares centering Nyes and Nylander on the second, while Domi also takes over Matthews' spot on the top power play unit. Bobby McMahon still out as well with that lower body issue. Meanwhile, on the other side, Ryan Marchand not taking part in Boston's morning skate for maintenance. Less of a concern though for their top playoff goal scorer in team history. A critical Game 5 slump for tomorrow night. Meantime, with Toronto's season on the line. I'm Josh Dave from Gas Prices Next.
680 News Time, 12:09.
This portion of the news is brought to you by the Monitoring Center. With McDonald's $5.99 plus tax McMuffin meal deal, you can get a small premium roast out again today with that illness that forced him to leave Saturday's game early. So Max Domi takes his spot on the top line at practice and on the top power play unit. Should hear from Coach Sheldon Keefe shortly. Got ourselves the Stanley Cup playoffs doubleheader tonight with the Panthers and Lightning squaring off at 7. Florida leads that one 3-1. Then it's the Stars and Golden Knights from Sin City with Dallas trying to even things up at 2-2. Both of those on Sportsnet. To the NBA playoffs, where the Celtics are hoping to go up 3-1 on the Heat with a 7:30 tip. OKC's looking to put away the Pelicans, already leading 3-0. Then it's the Nuggets eyeing a second-round ticket themselves. They're up 3-1 on the Lakers. And some NFL, the Cowboys are reportedly reuniting with Ezekiel Elliott on a one-year deal after some time in New England. The Patriots, meanwhile, possibly opening a door for Tom Brady in a coaching position. That's Coach Gerard Mayo saying in an interview today that he loves Tom.
Now in Toronto, Burlington, and Whitby. Call 416-707-2020. That's 416-707-2020. Or online at urigened.com. That's UROGENED.com.
Pluto TV is as easy as it is free, and it's totally free. With over 180 channels and thousands of TV shows and movies, finding what you love has never been easier. Just open the app and something good will already be playing, because it's curated by real
In 200 meters, turn right onto Front Street West.
Time scrolling and a whole lot more time watching. That's why Pluto TV is TV the way it should be. All you need to do is download the app and start streaming. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
News time, 12:26.
Time now for the business report with the Richard
Now turn
Denman.
right
The
onto Front
U.S. has
Street
begun an
West.
investigation into two fatal crashes of Ford vehicles using the Blue Cruise driver assistance system. Auto safety regulators say both crashes involved the Mustang Mach-E electric SUV on freeways at night. All 130,000 Mach-Es are covered by the probe. The first crash occurred in February in Texas, where Ford slammed into a stationary vehicle
In
and killed its
200
driver.
meters,
Then
your
in March,
destination will
Ford
be on the
rear-ended two
right.
vehicles that were stopped in the travel lanes of an interstate in Pennsylvania. Elon Musk is reaping a quick dividend from an unannounced weekend visit to China.
Walmart is the #1 place to save on groceries. Shop today and save 80 cents on an 850-gram box of milk foam dog treats. Now only $3.97 each on selected varieties. Walmart. Save money. Live better.
Police Sports Nation still in their feelings after Saturday night's game ahead of tomorrow night's must-win. And that includes BT's Sid Sixero, who went on one of his trademark rants this morning. And our Jeff Verholman is here with what he had to say.
Yeah, Steve, the whole team at BT really had the same take. Pathetic effort Saturday night. The team didn't look like themselves, and we know how passionate Sid is about his sports, especially the Leafs.
I didn't see a team that wanted to be there Saturday night. I saw a coach throwing out a fourth line with 2 minutes to go, down 2 goals. He's lost his mind. I see a captain that's putting in the worst performance I've seen from any Leaf captain in my lifetime. I said it. He gets a free ride from everyone else in this market. I said it.
Yeah, and
I gotta be honest, I'm not watching that hockey game tomorrow night. I'm taking a breath.
Yeah, must win tomorrow night. I'll be at Maple Leaf Square once again talking to depressed fans. Reporting live, I'm Jeff Verholman.
Coming up in 60 seconds, man, we have got Richard Devon standing by. Hopefully things are a little bit better on markets today.
680 News Time, 12:25.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Urigen Erectile Dysfunction.
Suffering from erectile
Now turn right on to Conference City Caseway.
Experiencing a bend or curve. Sound familiar? Urigen ED.
Forecast for this afternoon, cloudy conditions with a guaranteed high of 14.
In 200 meters, turn right onto Lower Simcoe Street.
$2,000. So for details on that, our top stories of the day, and everything you need to know, it's at toronto.citynews.ca. Well, right now, mostly cloudy conditions and 10 degrees. It is cloudy and 11 at Pearson at the Double Tones.
Now turn right onto Lower Simcoe Street.
Number 1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. 680 News Radio, Toronto.
Good afternoon. This is Monday, April 29th. I'm Sarah Parrott.
And I'm Steve Roberts. Here's what's making news right now.
For the first time in over a decade,
In 200 meters, turn right onto Bremner Boulevard.
More than 12,000 transit workers voting overwhelmingly for a strike mandate if they don't get a new deal.
A dozen people have been charged in a Toronto police fraud investigation in which police say hundreds of fake IDs were made with losses in the millions.
The federal government is speaking
Now
with
turn right onto Bremner Boulevard.
about temporary foreign workers tied to multiple new auto deals to build electric vehicle plants. The homestand rolls along for the Jays, who welcome the Royals to Rogers. Continue to prep for a must-win Game 5 tomorrow in Boston. Sports at 45.
The TSX is up 48 points, the Dow gaining 91. There's $1 billion. Business at 56.
680 News Time, 12:31.
It's time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Good afternoon, Maria Pardo.
Good afternoon, Sarah and Steve. This report is brought to you by Mark Feldstein and Associates. On the northbound 400 as you approach Highway 89, the 2 right lanes remain blocked with a crash. It's very heavy right now from just north of Highway 88. So just keep that in mind if you're heading that direction. On the westbound 401, watch out for a stalled vehicle. It's right underneath the 404 and the collectors. The right lane is blocked.
Now turn left onto Ring Street.
Pretty much approaching Avenue all the way to the 400 in the Express. So you can expect delays from the 404, both Express and collectors. And then west of Highway 25, there's a stalled vehicle. It's off to the right shoulder, so no live lanes blocked, but it's still slowing down your drive on the approach. If you're heading eastbound on the 401, not a bad drive right now. Just seeing a bit of a slowdown through Weston in both Express and collectors. And then
Now turn left onto Lakeshore Boulevard West.
On the southbound side, it's slow as you approach Shepherd and the collectors, and then heading out of the city on the westbound Gardner, you'll find it slow from west of Jarvis all the way to Dufferin. And heading into the city on the eastbound
Now take the Gardner Expressway East ramp on the
For your
right.
personal and corporate tax accounting needs, call Mark Feldstein and Associates, Chartered Professional Accountants. Visit markfeldstein.ca, markfeldstein.ca. With the forecast, here's Jill Taylor.
Cloudy conditions for you for the most part today. The guaranteed high 14 degrees, brisk wind out of the east. Light rain returns tonight around 7 this evening, on and off through the evening and overnight. 8 for the low. For today, the guaranteed high 14.
Right now in downtown and at Pearson Airport, it's overcast at 10 degrees. 680 News Time, 12:32.
Thousands
12.43. And now the 680 News Radio Market Minutes, live from the Business Center. Here's Richard Detman.
North American stock indices remain in positive territory. TSX by 0.25% or 50 points. Docebo, that's a cloud-based education company, up 5%, topping $64. The Dow Jones Industrial.
It's short for the heart, so big it shows. Visit dayhard.com/heart today.
With the Rogers Reliable Ignite Internet, you can game harder. And when you game harder, you make more friends. And when you make more friends, more people want to connect to your Wi-Fi. And with all those people connected to your Wi-Fi, you don't worry, because you have Rogers Reliable Ignite Internet. Backed by our Wi-Fi satisfaction guarantee. Get yours today, starting at just $60 a month. Visit Rogers.com for details.
The more you listen, the more you know. 680 News Radio.
Cloudy sky. Here are the top stories this hour. Well, for the first time in over a decade, thousands of TTC workers are now in a legal strike position. The union, representing the almost 12,000 workers who operate and maintain the TTC, have voted overwhelmingly in favor of job action if negotiations for a new contract don't go their way. Toronto police are providing more information on what they're calling a sophisticated organized identity theft fraud ring. More than 100 charges have been laid, 12 people arrested. Police say the suspects were accused of making up names and creating fake IDs and then using them to open bank accounts and credit cards. And coming up after sports, some changes are coming to the city of Vaughan with a special focus on cyclists and pedestrians. It's time for sports from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here's Burjesh Dave.
Okay, Sarah, after jumping back into the win column, we'll see what the Jays can do if they can build some momentum heading into the work week as they link up with the Royals for a fifth time in just 2 weeks. This time here at home, Toronto's turning to Yariel Rodriguez this evening as he looks for his first MLB win. Starts at 7:07 on Sportsnet 1. More from the ballpark today.
In 2 kilometers, keep left to take on 404 north towards the Market.
7:40. A midday practice finishing up for the Maple Leafs today as they try and reset before Boston again tomorrow. No Austin Matthews at practice this morning after he left early on Saturday with an illness. Sean McKeith confirming he will travel to Boston with the team, but his status is to be determined still. No starter's been named either at this point. According to reports, Toronto has signed Nikita Rubinonka to a 3-year entry-level deal today. The 20-year-old had 41 points in the AHL this past season. Coming up tonight, it's going to kick off for the Panthers to get rid of the Lightning. They're running 3-1 with a 7 o'clock opening face-off. Then it's the Stars and Golden Knights from Sin City with Dallas down 2-1. Both of those on Sportsnet. In the NBA playoffs, Boston's turning to a 3-point advantage on Miami with their win in a 7:30 tip-off. OKC Pelicans right after, with the Thunder trying to put away the Pelicans with a sweep. Then it's the Lakers looking to claw back on the Nuggets. Denver still up 3-1 there. And some NFL, the Cowboys reportedly running it back with Ezekiel Elliott today, according to a 1-year deal this morning. It's pending a physical at this point. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour. We're already talking Sportsnet.ca.
Hi, this is Edgar Carrasco from Nissan, and this is a spring into savings event. If you're looking for a compact utility vehicle and you don't want to spend a lot of money, you may want to listen to this. Right now, you can get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $65 weekless tax with 11.
Now keep left to take on 404 north.
There's something happening here at Ultra Nissan. Don't go.
Transat presents a kid on vacation down south, testing the limits of what she can order.
Hi, I'll have ice cream, please.
Okay.
With chocolate syrup. And pizza. Made of chocolate?
Of course.
It's hella smart, but made out of churros?
Sure.
But full of caramel so I can swim?
Okay.
Is this what true power feels like?
Yes.
It's the family promo where kids stay and eat free with Transat. Book your side
exit 29 on the right onto 16th Avenue.
And then Wednesday, the 1st of May, looking good. Sun and cloud at 17. For today, the guaranteed high 14.
Right now, downtown Toronto, it's cloudy at 9 degrees, cloudy at 10 at Pearson Airport. 680 News Time, 12:53.
This extended forecast is brought to you by Mississauga Hyundai. Shifted to drive at the Hyundai Race to the Cup sales event. They have in-stock units at Mississauga, Rexdale, and Streetsville. Visit nowbuyishyundai.com.
Since 1993, Empire Communities has been building homes for families across Ontario. Communities built to enrich and celebrate life's best moments. And now it's time to embrace the beauty of Brantford. Say hello to Whitfield with a brand new release of homes from $574,990. A community where every home tells the story. Register now for our VIP sales event on Saturday, May 11th. Visit empirewhitfield.ca for first access.
Another Grammy winner will grace us with their presence this fall. Our Jeff Verhoeven joins us live with the details. Jeff.
Yeah, Sarah, 9-time Grammy winner Billie Eilish will be in Toronto October 1st and 2nd.
Now take exit 29 on the right.
World tour to the city. Yeah, the concert announced this morning by Live Nation and Scotiabank Arena. Hit Me Hard and Soft is the name of her upcoming album, which drops in a few weeks around the middle of May. 10 songs total. Ticket pre-sale is tomorrow,
In
Friday, for the
200
general
meters,
public.
turn
And this
left
adds to
onto
the
16th
star-studded lineup
Avenue.
we're getting this year, including Justin Timberlake, Alanis Morissette, Pink, Springsteen, and of course, Taylor. Reporting live, I'm Jeff Verhoeven.
Coming up in 60 seconds, we will get the business report.
Now turn left onto 16th Avenue.
12:55. 680.
News Radio Toronto.
April showers bring May flowers. They also bring excessive groundwater and flooded basements. That's why April is Sump Pump Month at Roto-Rooter. Some pumps break down. You just don't think about it until it's too late. Play it safe. Get the jump on a new sump pump. Book with Roto-Rooter before May 1st and save $50.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Sump Pump Month, only at Roto-Rooter. Call 1-800-GET-ROTO now.
The folks at Quesada Burritos in Taco are super excited about... Not yet, guys. Not yet. Excited about celebrating Cinco de Mayo and... Hold on! Visit any location this Sunday and grab a regular burrito for only $5.99. Okay, take it away. Go loco for Cinco at Quesada. Order through the Quesada app now through May 5th and you could win a trip to Mexico. No purchase necessary. Love those guys. Visit quesada.ca for details.
Toronto's trusted news.
680 News Radio.
680 News Time, 12:56.
Now the business report. Here's Richard Devon.
A $1 billion settlement in the U.S. has caused a record gain in the shares of Philips because the amount is lower than expected. The Dutch company has recalled more than 5 million defective sleep apnea machines since 2021 because foam inside them can break down and be inhaled. It'll pay $1.1 billion to settle personal injury lawsuits in the U.S., but the market is expecting a higher amount. Stock surged as much as 4 more than 80 locations. BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba Sunday. It says experts have been brought in to determine the extent of the damage. The company is privately owned. A weekly survey of consumer attitudes is rising. The Bloomberg Nanos Canadian Confidence Index improved to 51.98 from 51.65. Scores above 50 suggest a net positive economic mood among respondents. Nanos research calls 250 Canadians for their views on personal finances, job security, and their outlook for both the economy and real estate prices. Overall, the TSX Composite is up 31 points. The Dow's gaining 114. The S&P is up 18 to 51.18. And the Nasdaq is up 60. The dollar 73.28 cents U.S. is up 13/100ths. Oil 83.10 U.S. barrel is down 75 cents. Gold futures are up $7 to 23.54 an ounce. Stock indexes have been whipsawed by the slightest hint about U.S. interest rates for some time now, but some traders are not following the crowd.
The most optimistic players on Wall Street say the stock market can do just fine, even if the Fed does not lower the cost of borrowing this year. The bulls see a robust global economy providing enough support for stocks to resume their rally. They point to the 1990s, when stocks more than tripled in value while interest rates hovered near their current levels. Erica Herskowitz, Bloomberg Radio.
At the Business Center, I'm Richard Dedman.
Business is brought to you by Alexanians.
What's doing?
Just looking up how to install hardwood flooring.
No.
Regional weather conditions in Peterborough, it's cloudy and 8 degrees. A mix of sun and cloud in St. Catharines, 13 there. Cloudy sky, 10 degrees for Collingwood. In Guelph, it's cloudy and 12. Partly cloudy, 9 degrees in Grimsby. In downtown Toronto, a cloudy sky and 9 degrees. 680 News Radio is CFTR AM Toronto. It's 1 o'clock.
Number one for breaking news, traffic, and weather. 680 News Radio, Toronto.
Good afternoon. This is Monday, the 29th of April. I'm Steve Roberts.
And I'm Sarah Parrott. Here's what's making news this hour.
They just got their right to strike back, and they could be putting it into action very soon. The union representing more than 12,000 TTC workers has voted overwhelmingly for a strike mandate.
Toronto police bust an organized identity theft fraud ring.
The identification is very convincing.
The losses are in the millions, with 12 people arrested.
The Halton District School Board is launching an investigation following a viral video showing a staff member using anti-Palestinian racist language toward a student.
New construction spots are popping up like weeds across the city. We'll recap what's gone into place so far this year so you can plan a way around it.
The Blue Jays continue the homestand against the Royals tonight as the Maple Leafs hold a midday practice before battling Boston again tomorrow night. Sports at 15.
Shares of Tesla jumped 16%. Elon Musk went to China on the weekend and got tentative approval to use Tesla's driver assistance system there. TSX is up 26 points, the Dow gaining 113. Business at 26.
680 News Time 101.
It's time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Maria Pardo.
This report is brought to you by PPG Industries. A busy drive on the westbound 401 right now. First, you have long-term construction from approaching Avenue to the Allen and the Express. It's out to 2 lanes from 3, so it's slowing down your drive from the 404 in both Express and Collectors. And then west of Dixie and the Express, I'm noticing MTO trucks in the 2 left lanes. It looks like they're picking up debris, so it's starting to get a little slow through that stretch. And then way beyond that in the Milton area, west of Highway 25, still dealing with a stalled vehicle. It's off to the right shoulder, but
In
it's very
200
narrow through that
meters,
stretch. So
turn
heavy
right
from
onto
west to
Kennedy
James Snow.
Road.
On the eastbound 401, expect delays from the 427 to Weston and the Express, and again from Keele and the Collectors, and a slow go on the northbound 400. That's because approaching Highway 89, the right lane remains blocked with the crash. It's heavy from just north of Highway 88.
Now turn right
On the
onto
southbound
Kennedy
404
Road.
DVP, seeing delays from Shepherd to York Mills, and northbound DVP 404 is busy as you approach Eglinton to York Mills. If you're heading into the city on the eastbound Gardner, seeing delays from approaching Parkside to Strawn, and westbound Gardner slows down from west of Jarvis all the way to Dufferin. Now, if you're heading northbound on the 427, also spotting what looks like a stalled vehicle just north of Burnhamthorpe and the Express. It's off to the left shoulder, but slowing down your drive from approaching Burnhamthorpe and the Express. And on city streets, thank you to the traffic spotter for calling in. It looks like there's a crash that's closed down westbound Finch at Bathurst, and some lanes might be shut going eastbound because it's very heavy in the area. With Deluxe, you can do more with buy one, get one free on now until May 6th. Find your local paint store at deluxe.ca. With the forecast, here's Jill Taylor.
A cloudy day, rain returns around 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. 14 the guaranteed high, brisk wind out of the east, 8 for the low. For today, the guaranteed high, 14.
Right now in downtown Toronto, it's cloudy and 9 degrees. 680 News Time 103.
For the first time in more than 10 years, TTC workers could be heading towards a legal strike. This after members of the Amalgamated Transit Union voted overwhelmingly to give their bargaining team a strike mandate.
680's Momin Qureshi is at Dundas subway station. He joins us live with potential impact and some commuter reaction. Momin.
Sarah, right now I'm watching commuters go in and out of Dundas station, catching the way north or southbound, but that's something that could grind to a halt if TTC workers walk off the job. They have voted in favor of a strike mandate. ATU Local 113 that represents more than 12,000 TTC workers getting a 98% support for a strike mandate. Now, it doesn't mean they're walking off the job for sure. They're currently still in negotiations with the TTC, trying to work out a new contract. Their previous one expiring at the end of March. So I've been out talking to transit riders like Eric about how it would impact their life if there was a strike.
I think that's going to just screw a lot of people over. I would hope not, because that's everyone's kind of way of life.
Costly.
And I'm going to have to rely on Uber, and I don't think I want to rely on Uber.
But right now, TTC CEO Rick Leary says they are at the negotiating table, and he hopes that that will lead to a new deal coming through. So at this point, transit continues to run as normal. Reporting live at Dundas Station, I'm Mohamed Qureshi.
Toronto police have revealed the results of a major credit card fraud scheme with dozens of charges being laid. 680's Irene Precklett joining us live now with some of the details. Irene?
And Steve, Project Deja Vu began in October of 2022 when a bank found several fake accounts allegedly opened by a person who used to work for the bank. Toronto Police Detective David Coffey
In
says
300 meters, turn left onto Austin Drive.
losses of at least $4 million.
Are alleged to have created more than 680 unique synthetic identities, many of which were used to apply for and open hundreds of bank accounts and credit accounts at various banks and financial
Now turn left onto Austin Drive.
12 men ranging in age from 26 to 60 face more than 100 charges. Police say they've seized $300,000 in cash as well as fake IDs and the equipment used to make them. I'm Irene Precklett.
680 News Time 106. We are well into construction season and new work zones are popping up all across the GTA. 680's Kyle Hawking is here with a rundown on the spots to avoid.
Let's start with one that went into place this morning. King Street now closed both ways east of Dufferin between Moen and Fraser as crews work to install TTC tracks until May 21st. Westbound express lane construction on the 401 between Avenue and the 400 now fully in place. You're missing one lane through that whole section for long-term rehabilitation work, and it's the same thing westbound 401 and the 410 in the express. Westbound Bloor closed last week between Avenue and Spadina for work on the sidewalks and bike lanes until the end of May. And of course, we know about the Gardner. We also have major work going on in Bayview and Steeles with single-lane construction in place for road resurfacing and intersection improvements. That will go into November. So it's going to be a long summer. For the 9 Your Drive, I'm Kyle Hawking.
680 News Time 106. The Halton District School Board has now launched an investigation after a video circulating online showed a staff member using what it calls anti-Palestinian language towards a student. Now 680's Jason Grewal is following this one for us and joins us live now with more on the investigation. Jason?
Steve, the principal of Iroquois.
Let's test vision parking. I'm going to park now. I've just selected one park. I've selected and it is going to park by itself.